Celebrities get a lot of attention by the public. I mean, look at this entire channel. But with that attention sometimes comes some unwarranted and obsessed fanatics who take it way too far. Sometimes fans can make public appearances for celebrities much more dangerous, so hiring a bodyguard becomes a necessity. And sometimes those bodyguards get pretty close to the celebrities they guard, as is the case with the people compiled into this list who have all hooked up with and sometimes dated their bodyguards. First up on the list is Heidi Klum, the German supermodel and well-known TV personality for her appearances on television shows Project Runway and America's Got Talent. Her love life is almost as infamous as her work in the media, with the wild ride of ups and downs. She's been married 3 times and has been romantically linked with tons of other celebrities. But in 2014, after she filed for divorce from her former husband Seal, the model started dating her security guard, Martin Kristen. When they started dating, Martin had been Heidi's bodyguard for 4 years. Quote, "He has cared for our entire family, primarily for our 4 children. He helped us tremendously. He's a great man, and we just got to know each other from a completely different perspective." They would date for about 1.5 years before deciding to call it quits in late 2013. Apparently, the reason why they split was because Martin got bored with being a house husband and having everything handed to him. I guess not everyone lusts for fame, heavy respect. Next on the list is Jennifer Lopez. Before A-Rod and even before Ben Affleck, Jennifer Lopez was extremely close to her bodyguard and personal trainer, Ojani Noah. While they may have been pretty intimate, especially with all the time working out and protecting the singer and actress, before they would eventually start to date in 1996. In fact, they were so close that they got married to one another in 1997. The two would only be married for 10.5 months before they decided to split. The divorce was messy, however, and drawn out for quite some time as both parties were unable to reach an appropriate agreement point. The next celebrity is Pamela Anderson, a Canadian-American actress, model, and television personality. She's known mostly for her scantily clad appearances in Playboy magazine and Baywatch. After her time in the spotlight, she's mostly living out her years these days in Canada pretty quietly. While the icon has been in relationships with tons of celebrities throughout her time, she has gotten married for the 5th and hopefully final time to her bodyguard Dan Hayhurst. The two reportedly got extremely close during the stay-at-home order and quietly, in a rather beautifully intimate ceremony, got married in Canada. I mean, just look at these pictures. She looks so happy. Adorable. According to Daily Mail TV, Pam stated, quote, "I'm exactly where I need to be, in the arms of a man who loves me." I love this for her. Next is the princess of pop herself, Britney Spears. The American singer, songwriter, dancer, and actress was the biggest mega superstar of the late 1990s and early 2000s. While now she is in a healthy relationship with her fiancé, Sam Asghari, in 2008 she began an intimate relationship with 2 of her bodyguards. If rumors are to be believed, which they are not always by the way, so grain of salt with this one, but if they are to be believed, then Britney apparently dated her ex-Israeli soldier boyfriend Lee. The two were only casual, however, and would break up only shortly after the rumors started. Then, 2 years later, in 2010, Britney reportedly dated another one of her bodyguards named Ryan. Again, must not have been super serious because we barely see him outside of a few cozy appearances with the pop star. Next is Amy Winehouse. Amy Winehouse was a British singer-songwriter known for her expressive and gritty musical genres. She's been married and divorced and has had tons of turbulent love affairs during her time in the spotlight before her tragic and sudden passing. After she divorced from her husband, Blake Fielder Civil, Amy got really close with her bodyguard Neville. The reason she got divorced, by the way, was because she allegedly enjoyed romantic liaisons with other men while on vacation in the Caribbean islands. When speaking of the new relationship, the artist apparently told her friends that she liked him because, quote, "He makes me feel safe because he's big and strong." They were even seen going on vacation with one another to St. Lucia, where she introduced him to her friends and family. They were romantically linked for a few months before eventually fizzling out over time. I wonder if he kept working for her after the breakup. Awkward. Next up is the late actress Elizabeth Taylor, one of my personal favorites. She was one of the most popular stars of the classic Hollywood cinematic era. On top of being one of the biggest stars of her time, she was also just as known for being the type of woman to fall in and out of love very easily. She's been married and divorced 8 times throughout her life to 7 different men. But her last husband was her own personal bodyguard, Larry Fortensky. After she got divorced from her husband before Larry, John W. Warner, Elizabeth remained single for over 10 years. That was until she met Larry in 1991. Although the two were only together till 1996, they remained extremely close even after the divorce. They remained close friends until Elizabeth passed away in 2011. Next up is the daughter of Princess Rainière III and Grace Kelly, Princess Stephanie Elizabeth. Unlike her movie star mother, known for her dazzling beauty and personality, Stephanie has had an extremely tumultuous relationship with, well, relationships. The princess is known as quite the wild child, and obviously, being royalty, she has a rather impressive security detail. One such member of her security and a personal bodyguard of hers got very close to her, and the two secretly dated for years before shocking everyone by marrying him in a civil wedding at the Palace of Monaco. They also had 2 children together, but sadly divorced after only a year of marriage. The reason behind their divorce, apparently, was because her bodyguard was getting caught being extremely romantic and intimate, if you know what I mean, with another person. After the discovery was unveiled, he was promptly kicked out of the royal family. Next up is Kim Kardashian herself. Back in the early days of her hit reality television show and all of its spin-offs, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kim documented the wild time of her single life shenanigans. One such episode details her and her friends going out to a party in New York. During Kim's wild night, she documents having a fling with her personal bodyguard, Shango Dian. The Australian bodyguard and her were seen together a ton of times throughout the filming of the reality television show. That being said, Shango found his true love and wife, marrying her less than 2 months after Kanye married Kim. Even though it didn't amount to anything, their hookup is well known for its appearance on the reality television show. Eventually, Shango had to leave the Kardashian clan because of a multitude of issues, including an expired visa and inability to keep up with the Kardashians. Quote, "They are a beautiful family, and I enjoyed being part of that, but I didn't really have a lot of work over there, and I didn't want to have to ask for $50 to go to the movies." That being said, he and Kim had surprisingly maintained contact. Shortly after she dissolved her marriage to Kanye and began dating Pete Davidson, Kim went on vacation to Australia, and she had emailed Shango to see if he would be part of her security detail. Sadly, it didn't work out because a security team had already been constructed, but it was nice to see that there were no hard feelings between the two. Scarlett Johansson is next up on the list. The American actress, known for tons of blockbuster movies, had a fun fling with her personal bodyguard way back in 2012. She and him got super close to one another over the summer and even went on vacation together on board a yacht in the Mediterranean. So not only did he have her back, but he also helped oil it too, as they tanned and got super cozy with one another. What's interesting about this seemingly short fling is that Scarlett was with another man at the time. She was dating an advertising executive, and although I can't seem to find any information on how he felt about Scarlett being buttered up by her personal bodyguard on their private vacation, I can't imagine he was too happy about it. It seems though that they would fizzle out after only a few months together and move on to separate people. Well everyone, that finishes the list for today's video of celebrities who have hooked up with their bodyguards. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for continued growth. I've been your host Sierra, see you later.